From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. And today's starting pitcher, Roki Sasaki. What do we need to know here?
Well, it's a three-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
All right, ready to get underway. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Foul ball there. That one inside, and the count is 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second, first baseman.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. And this one squirts away from the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
That one missed.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. That is strike two. In the air, left field. Hernandez drifts towards it, and there's one away. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
That one fouled off. One out and a runner at second here on opening day. Next offering is downstairs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Vargas at second with 2 down. And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. And down on strikes, and that is that. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back after this on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting the start for Arizona, Eduardo Rodriguez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Yep, that ball went out.
Next pitch in for a strike, and a count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering upstairs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting second baseman, Miguel.
Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Miguel Rojas, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Let's go, Miguel. Foul ball, still 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Freddie Freeman at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Two down, nobody on. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, third
Pretty good
baseman,
spot, hard
Max
and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
Max Muncy at the dish. Squirts away a little bit. Not close with that one. Yeah, that's ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. There's a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one finds the zone. Now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Here comes Freddie around third. Now a relay to the plate. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
Back here in L.A. on now to the top half of inning number 2. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fouled off to the right. Now the 0-1.
Ball 1.
James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them.
Popped in the air, left field. One away.
Batting 6, center fielder Alec Thomas.
Alec Thomas now. That puts the corner. Sasaki. He isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. And now 1 and 2.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Out towards right center field. Call on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
Jorge Barrosa stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. Second inning here, no score. And what about analytics? Because one of the ways it seems like they've contributed to the trend is it's not just about are you capable of getting deep. that now focusing on the numbers, maybe the matchup is better with a different guy as the game goes on. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Only a handful of pitchers can go through an order 3 times, maybe even 4 times, and the analytics have contributed to that trend, but I think there are some players given an opportunity may be able to show that they...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Los Angeles, or should I say back-to-back here in Los Angeles. Siggy, these fans are watching their Dodgers play for the first time since they won the World Series.
Yeah, and they're celebrating a title and opening day. What could be better?
Man, how good was Yamamoto in that series?
Absolutely unreal. Baseball fans across the board will not forget his performance for a long time.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one missed. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. McCann takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Catcher, Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
Fouled off down the right side. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Lifted in the air, right center field. Thomas has a beat on it. 2 away now.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Ball. Ball, that's upstairs.
Slider right there. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2-2 now. And delivers outside. Kyle Tucker up next for the Dodgers. Struck him out looking. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch, and he just misses. next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. Popped up left side. Betts settles under this one. And there's one down. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Nothing across against him yet, so he may just let it ride.
Ketel Marte, batting with one down, takes a strike.
He's really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Here's the second baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Two down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
In the air on the infield. Muncy under it. And that's the third out. Diamondbacks down quickly. Still no score. As we go to the last of the third. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Right through there for a strike. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. Santana takes it himself. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's too low. Ball 1. Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
Ball, that's inside.
In the air, right field. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder, Alex.
Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Alex Call. He's 0 for 1. This one in the air, center field. Thomas in position, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. 3 innings complete. We're tied, 0-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
You know, these D-backs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs, can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That just misses, and the count now even up.
That's ball 3.
Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Stays alive. The kick, the 3-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That one misses.
Ball
so
4.
a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, catcher James McCann.
Here is James McCann. He's 0 for 1. Oh, look at the stop. Off balance speed. There's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Nato comes in to take his cuts. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Hey!
To the right side, Freeman. He steps on the bag, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing for Arizona. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back here in L.A. and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. This one in the air right field. That one gets down for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And there's the strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Go ahead run at first. Nobody out here on opening day. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a bouncer. Quick feed to second for 1. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. just
Ball in.
missed. That one
That's ball
close, ruled a ball. And the count is 3-1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 3. Dodgers go down quietly through 4. Still tied. Zip, zip. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Ready now for the 5th inning. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. Yo, 1. And there's a foul ball. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. The 0-2. Gets under it and pops it up. Takes it in for the out. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Flied to right his first time.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 now. On the ground to third. Fair ball. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
And here is Jorge Barrosa. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just 1 pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
Man at second. That one kicks away from the catcher. The throw to third. Save! And the go-ahead runs at third.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third safely, and now he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
2-0. Line drive, that's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Roki Sasaki gives way, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. This is Corbin Carroll. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter,
Ketel Marte up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Number 78, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Scott, the lefty, warming up as well. The lefty, the 1-0. And another ball. Barosa off of first with 2 away. And there's a ball.
3.
Strike 1. And ball 4, 2 aboard. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still 1 challenge left for them. First and second, 2 outs. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 2. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Ball. That pitch is out.
Late swing fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Chopped left side. Muncy. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
That one's in there. Strike 1. Inside, almost got him. The 1-2. Out towards right center field. Carroll should have this one. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. There's the strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
This one in the air, center field. Thomas settles underneath it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Andy Pajes now at the plate. Struck out looking his first time. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated
Here's
hitter,
Kyle Tucker.
Kyle
Grounded out
Tucker.
his first time up.
Hey!
Oh, 2 now. Perdomo fires over to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Now pitching for the Dodgers,
Left-hander out of the bullpen,
number
Tanner Scott.
66.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Santana, 39 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Strike 2. That one way inside. And a 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
James McCann in now. And that's
Ball
off the inside edge. Ball 1.
That's
The
ball 2.
Dodgers bullpen with some action. A right-hander appears to be getting loose. This one in the air center field. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Just
Ball
off the
inside.
inside edge. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. And that one clips the corner. Good eye right there.
Outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. But they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the sixth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Hey.
Here comes the 0-1. This to third. Arenado to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Alex.
And now the right fielder, Alex Call. Foul ball there. The Diamondbacks up by a run here in the bottom of the sixth.
Ball upstairs.
Center field. Thomas under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Miguel
second
Rojas at the
baseman,
plate.
Miguel Rojas.
Inside, ball 1. Ball 2.
On the ground. Gloves it on the dive to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 78.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. In the air to left center. Hernandez on the move. He's got it. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder Alex Thomas.
Now here is Alec Thomas. Pitch in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball.
Up next for the Diamondbacks,
1 down.
left
And
fielder,
now it's going to be Jorge Barrosa.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
Inside, ball one.
Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball
That
match
misses off
outside.
the outside edge.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Man at second. Oh, he
That's
doesn't
ball
get the
3.
call. They're down 3-1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Two now. Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first, and that ends the inning. One left for the Diamondbacks. They lead it 1-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Nice grab. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here's Muncy to hit. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Ball.
The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Taylor Clark up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Hoffman warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. He gets there on a slide. The flip, and that's a great play for the out.
Up next,
This defense
for the
came to play
Dodgers,
tonight. We're seeing some
shortstop,
awesome pitching, but a huge part of this shutout so far has been the defense making great plays like that behind their pitcher. They feed off of one another, make great pitches, make great plays defensively.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
The next
That's a
pitch
ball.
misses. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The D-backs trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Next
Ball,
offering
that's
misses,
down.
and it's 3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Back here
Leading
in
off for the
L.A.,
Diamondbacks,
ready to
the
begin the
designated
8th.
hitter,
Here's Ketel Marte. Swings through that. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez moving under this one. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, second baseman Ildemaro Vargas.
Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 3.
Nope.
Fly ball down the line, and that drops foul. 1-1 now. Jackknifes out of the way. Swing and a ground ball. Muncy sends it to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Two down, bases empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Carlos Santana.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0. High fly ball lifted into air right field. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Dodgers nothing. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for
Back
Arizona,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Taylor Clark.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. Action in the pen down there. Kevin Ginkel, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. The 0-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
And that one clips the corner. In the air to left center. Thomas settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder.
So up next, Andy Pajes.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
That one called a strike. 0-2 now. Pajes wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That one is absolutely belted. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. Swings through that one for strike one. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. The Diamondbacks holding on to a one-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in for a strike.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now at an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia. James McCann stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 3 in this one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Edgardo Henriquez looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 70, the power lefty, up as well. And the 0-1.
0-1.
Vesia in his 6th season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Left field. Hernandez takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
One-run game here at the top of the 9th. Up the middle, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th, running out of chances to pad the lead.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Perdomo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And on further review, it was a strike. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 down, nobody on.
That's a
He's
ball.
just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. This one in the air right field. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. Diamondbacks down quickly, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Now pitching for
We're back,
Arizona,
and on the
number
mound is the
37,
closer, Kevin Ginkel. A chance at his first save of the year. So back to the top of the order. Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Upstairs.
Ball, that's high.
Ball 1. That's in there. Now he's challenging the called strike. Barely a hair out of his zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And
Ball
another
3.
ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. One-run game, bottom 9. This to center field. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Miguel.
Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Here's 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. The D-backs trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Got him swinging for the K. Just one out remaining for the Dodgers.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
So they're down to their final out. Here is Freddie Freeman. And that one fouled off.
Ball 1.
The 1-1. Line drive, and this one could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's Max Muncy trying to deliver as the hero. Fastball
That's
is
off the plate.
outside.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run is second. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Ball to strike. They're down to their final strike. That one
Ball. That's
inside.
inside.
Look out. Boyle's a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Pulled out on strikes. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long